What happens when your winning manager goes on and takes another job? Hello everyone, welcome to the What If League. Today we're doing episode 12 of the Super Leagues. In this episode we're going to follow the period between the 4th of February and the 25th of February, so we're going to see what happened in these 3 weeks. If you haven't seen the previous episodes, please make sure to do so in my channel, or you can also check out the links that I will be leaving in the description below. Especially important is to see episode 1, where I explain the concept of the Super Leagues, which teams are participating, what are the rules, and what is the overall idea of this experiment. First, before we begin reviewing the 5 divisions, I want to quickly show you the job security window, and just to have a look here what is happening, we can see that Grêmio are looking for a new manager. They are 19th in Super League 2, so they are not in a very good position. Hopefully they will be able to bounce back. There is still time until the end of the season. We can also see that 2 positions are under review, Pumas and Tigres from Super League 4. And just to quickly show you here with Tigres, because they're first in the league, why are they looking for a new manager? They have here their winning manager, Tuca Ferretti, has left the head coach role, and he has joined since then Athletic Bilbao. So they now have their new manager, and it's not necessarily something that they would be successful with. We also see here that Javi Calleja at Villarreal and Miguel Herrera at Club America are very insecure, so there might be changes there. And just to remind you, in the previous episode we saw that Besiktas manager has left his role and joined Bayern Munich, which led to some changes. We are going to see what is happening with both teams now as we start our table review. First, of course, is Super League 1, where Real Madrid is leading very confidently, 58 points from 28 games, and this is 9 more than second place Manchester United and Barcelona. They are both tied at the second place. Manchester United have much better goal difference, 21 positive against only 6 for Barcelona. On the other hand, here in the table you can see that Bayern Munich are now in 5th position. And they have a new manager. It's the same head coach that led Besiktas previously very successfully. Now that he has joined the German Giants, you can see that they're climbing up the table, and apparently there is a very huge difference that he's making there. On the other hand, we can see also that Paris Saint-Germain has climbed up the table after their initial struggles and their time in the relegation zone. At the moment, the relegation zone is occupied by Liverpool, which is news here. Benfica and Roma. Liverpool are at the same points as Porto on 17th position, and they only have 1 goal worst goal difference, so it's going to be very interesting to see what happens here until the end of the season. There are only 10 games, 11 for some of the teams, but generally 10 games left to be played. Moving down to Super League 2, where Valencia is still leading the race here with 54 points, and this is 1 more than second place Monaco and 3 more than Santos in 3rd place. At the bottom of the table we find Atlético Mineiro, Grêmio and Ajax. Ajax unfortunately are still struggling. Grêmio and Atlético Mineiro have been there for quite a while as well. Corinthians on the other hand have climbed up the table, as well as Shakhtar and CSK Moscow. Those teams have changed places ever since the beginning, and there is no clear favorite here. Maybe the only exception to this rule is Ajax, and I think Atlético Mineiro have spent quite a lot of time in the relegation zone, but at the moment they are really in a good position to climb up the table with only 1 win, which is going to take them on 30 points in 16th position, unless Shakhtar and Corinthians also take any points out of their next games. In Super League 3 we have Hoffenheim leading the way with 56 points, 3 more than Borussia Mönchengladbach in 2nd place and 6 more than Leverkusen in 3rd place. One of the previous leaders, Besiktas, are now in 6th position in a 3-way tie with Marseille and Fluminense. Besiktas apparently are not doing very well ever since they changed managers, and this is very unfortunate for them. They were quite confident in the beginning, but now they seem to be slumping down the table. In the bottom of Super League 3 we find Chivas, Feyenoord and Cruz Azul. All those teams have been in the relegation zone for quite a while, and they're having a hard time accumulating points and are very far away from safety, especially the last one. Cruz Azul is 9 points behind 17th placed Club America, and it's going to be very difficult for them to avoid relegation this season. We can also see that Kevin Volland from Leverkusen is the top goal scorer, quite confidently, 4 goals more than second placed Rafael. 18 goals for Kevin Volland, which is very, very impressive. On the other hand, Vincenzo Grifo from Borussia Mönchengladbach is also clearly leading the assist table with 13 assists against his name, which is 5 more than next placed Nadiem Amiri from Hoffenheim. In Super League 4 we have Tigres, who also have a new manager, and it would be interesting to follow their progress and see how are they doing. So Tigres are leading the way here with 58 points, which is 6 more than Spartak Moscow in second place and 7 more than Real Betis in third place. Fourth and fifth position are occupied by the English teams Newcastle and Southampton, which are both with 50 points, but Southampton have a game in hand, so expect changes here. In the bottom of the table we find Krasnodar, Anderlecht and Pumas, which means that Red Bull Salzburg have climbed up the table in the past few weeks, but they're still on the same points as Krasnodar. They both have 26 points, but Red Bull Salzburg have slightly better goal difference. They have -9 goals, while Krasnodar have -17, which is quite bad, to be honest. Finally, Super League 5, where Sampdoria is leading the way with 53 points, which is 4 more than West Ham and Malaga at joint second place. Then we have Stoke and Genoa at 4th and 5th with 46 and 45 points respectively. In the bottom of the table we can see Monterrey, Atalanta and Pachuca. Just to remind you, the 5th division here does not have any relegation. There is no lower division here, so those teams are not going to get relegated, but they're going to be stuck in the Super League 5 for quite a while, and it's not going to be easy for them to climb up the table for next seasons. Now the last thing that I want to do is I want to quickly scroll through my inbox and just to show you the moves that happened for the teams in the 5 divisions. You can see which teams were firing their managers and then who has taken the vacant places. There are a lot of interesting moves here. You can see that Rueda has taken charge at Paris Saint-Germain, Laurent Blanc has taken charge at Feyenoord, Liverpool fired Jurgen Klopp apparently on the 9th of December. So this is quite interesting turn of events here. Let's also see what happened afterwards. Ronald Koeman took charge in Lazio, then Tottenham fired Mauricio Pochettino as well. Dortmund parted with their manager Bosch, and then Bayern Munich fired Heinkes. This is something that we expected, and the manager of Besiktas took his place. Roma hired Luis van Gaal as their head coach. Luis Enrique took charge at Liverpool, so this is a lot, very interesting. A lot of changes have happened. You can see here Seno Güneş has taken charge at Bayern Munich. This is the Besiktas manager. Sporting Club de Portugal have fired Jesus. Dortmund hire Silva. This is which Silva? Marco Silva. Okay, yeah, it makes sense. Marco Silva is now in charge of Dortmund, and we will probably have to monitor their performance. They're currently 16th in Super League 1. Cesare Prandelli has taken charge at Atletico Mineiro. This is also very interesting. Tottenham hired Jurgen Klopp from the ex-Liverpool manager, so this is also a big surprise to me. Wolfsburg hired Mauricio Pochettino on the other hand. River Plate has hired Simone Inzaghi. Wow, this is very interesting turn of events indeed. And Javier Aguirre has taken charge of Sporting Club de Portugal. What else do we have here? Porto have fired Conceição. Bordeaux has have taken Juan de Ramos as their head coach, also very interesting. Pereira, so Vitor Pereira is now the manager of Porto. Who else do we have interesting here? Of course, those are all very relative. What is interesting for you is not necessarily what's interesting for me, and vice versa, so apologies for that. If you want to see something specific, just let me know and I can focus on a specific club to see specific changes or transfers or performance. We can do in-depth analysis of them if you want. With that, I think that's enough for this video, guys. If you haven't seen the previous episodes, please make sure to check my channel or the links in the description below. Also, don't forget to like this video and subscribe if you haven't already. That way you're going to receive notifications for when I upload new videos. In the meantime, you can also see my social media. Links will be provided in the description below. Let me know what do you guys think about the Super Leagues and this episode in particular. I would love to hear from you in the comments. And once again, thank you for watching. Until the next time, bye.